In my last hackathon, I spent an entire weekend and dozens of hours trying to fix Google Form and Spreadsheet, keep track of participants, all of that for a single event at my company. Never again. I'm Alexandre, founder of HackHQ, and I built the tool I was dreaming of back then. Today, we are going to set up an entire hackathon in less time than it takes to order lunch. We are going from zero to fully configured in real time. No cuts, no edit. Let's go. So on this page, I have my previous hackathon, but let's start from scratch. So I'm gonna go there, add events, and let's say I'm gonna call my hackathon Hack Day. And event type, you have a multiple choice, but let's do company corporate hackathon. Now you have to choose the award categories. So you have two types of award categories, either the general categories or the non-general categories. General categories will be best overall, your second place, your third place, etc. Pretty much all the participants will be participating in those categories, and non-general will be the selective ones, so best AI, best mobile, and so on. So we'll have both of them. So let's say for best overall, I have like $1,000 of cash prize, and then we have like a best mobile app, and that will be for $500. And after that, you have who can vote. So you have public voting, judge only, or a mix of both. Public voting is like you have a single link that you are gonna send to all the employees, for instance, and all the employees will be able to see all the submissions and vote from there. Or judge only will be like a personalized link that you send only to external judges or all your executive teams if that's the way you want to do the votes. So that's why they have like personalized links. I'll keep to public voting for now, that's simpler. After that, you have to choose your judging criteria. I have here innovation, technical implementation, design and user experience, and presentation. You can change, you can only have one, you can have multiple, you can also change the score, like, okay, maybe the presentation is worth less than the other or something like that. I'm gonna keep it like that, and I'm gonna create the event right now. Once that's done, one thing we do already for you is that we create one form. So I'm gonna show you that right now. First, you can see all the configuration here. You can change everything, like the categories that we set and everything. But let's see the form. By default, we create one project submission form. That way you already have it. But you can also create multiple ones. So here we have like submission, registration, survey, or anonymous survey. So your participants will be tracked on all of those. So if you have them registering and then submitting, you have like all the information on when they are doing that. I'm gonna show you that. But for now, I just need really the submission form. So I'm gonna go back here. And that's pretty much like a Google form. Like you can change the form name, the description, the message when they succeed into submitting the form, if we allow editing or not after the fact. And in here you can choose exactly what you want. So you have like a few default ones that we created for you, but you can change like all the label, the placeholder, and everything from there. And you can also add directly your additional team members. So if you have like a team of 2 or more, you can also have this one in there, and they can just add everyone that is working with them, which is nice. And after that, you can preview the form as well. You can also add fields, like we have like a few sections and some templates as well. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna set the form to active, and I'm gonna just preview it and show you how participants will fill that. So let's say my participant is named, I don't know, Marc Dubois, and my email will be, let's say, alex+mark@hackhq.io. My project is, I don't know, split build AI. My description of split build AI. Categories, can say, oh yeah, maybe it's like this one is part of the mobile app. That's a mobile app. They're also enrolled already in the best overall. And then they can add all the team members. So yeah, Mark is not working by himself, so he's gonna be working with like Mary Smith. And the email of Mary will be something like that, alex+mary@hackhq.io. I'm going to show you with like some dummy links. So I'm going to just put a link here and another one there. Well, I'll change this one just to make it different. And I'm going to submit. So once that's submit on the dashboard, all of those will be also populated. So it helps you keeping track of everything. But the user can also edit their submission, which is maybe the most practical. Maybe Marc Dubois was actually with the S and it's not Marc Dubois without the S. And it's actually not split build, but I don't know, split check AI. I can change here, and change it here. And the rest was correct. So I'm gonna just update it here and come back to my page here. So here I can go to participants. And here I see that I have two participants, Marc Dubois and Mary Smith. And if I go, for instance, to Marc Dubois, I can see that here Marc Dubois submitted the project Split Check AI. That here it was called back then Split Bill AI via HackHQ. We have like some sort of timeline. And then Marc Dubois updated their name from Marc Dubois to Marc Dubois with the S. And here if I go to Split Check AI, I can see that it was submitted from there, but first it was named Split Bill AI, as you can see here, but now it's named Split Check AI. So that's actually changed, and we can see that on the submission page. And after that, they also have like you can see the team members, their links that they submitted, and so we can have all of that here. We can ourselves edit also this value if needed or add comments. But you can see here from this submission here that we have like all the submission in one place and all the participants in one place, which is nice, and the whole history of it as well. So if now I go to voting, so we had public voting in my example. So I'm gonna, let's say everyone submitted their project. I'm gonna enable the links. And here I have like a unique link. I can send like a QR code. So if I click here, like I have a QR code to be able to have everyone going to the link. But maybe I will just go to preview and show you how it works from there. So here's like an interface for everyone to be able to vote. So here we have only one project, so I have Split Check AI. And so I can see here that was made by Marc Dubois and Mary Smith. And the description or the links, you can have multiple things that will help people like vote. But here we have all different criteria. So let's say innovation was 8 for this one, 7 for technical implementation. The design was really nice, so it will be a 10. And they also did a good job for the presentation. And you can also add like your own feedbacks here as well. So that's nice to gather feedback from everyone as well. And if I go back to submission here, I'm able to see, okay, Split Check AI, I gave a 35 out of 40 here, and I completed everything. So that's great. And on my other page here, if I refresh, I'm able to see like all the analytics. So I see that there is like an anonymous voter that voted. That was just me now. I have like one vote for one submission, and I have also here the results. So here we have only one. So Split Check AI actually won the hackathon, but I'm gonna show you how it looks like with like more data. So if I come back to my previous hackathon, I had I think 40 participants. I have also like plenty of different submissions. And if I go to the voting, it will be a bit more interesting. So here, I didn't show you that, but you have also judges that they had like a personalized link. I can show you rapidly, like for Rachel Martinez, for instance, that was their personalized link. And they can see, okay, welcome back to Rachel Martinez, and you can follow like their progress and so on. So, okay, they completed 13 out of 20, and there is like a few more that they need to vote on. And here in your dashboard, you can also see that, okay, this person is not done. Okay, this Michael Torres is like closer to be done, and you can just follow along the day or along the time where everyone is at. Analytics here is also a bit more interesting with like public analytics. So here you see like everyone submitting, and you can say, okay, everyone had enough submission, I can close the vote or not. And you see the participation rate and all of the interesting stuff. And finally, for results, you can see either the all vote, or you can filter by only the judges, if that's something that interests you, or only the public. And then you can even filter more from, okay, best design, Smart Invest was like best designed if it was only public, and you have like more information. Okay, the public voter, all of them are anonymous and represented, impartial technical execution, and so on and so on. And that's why you know like who's voting. You don't have to scramble with like spreadsheet and being scared that the spreadsheet will break. Or the way you calculate the vote is incorrect. Like everything is just there, it's immediate, and that's a relief, making sure that everything is correct. That was, when I was organizing a hackathon, the most stressful, when there is like everyone looking at you, the demo are done, you're doing like the voting live in front of like 150 people. And then, okay, everyone voted, and then you have to take all the votes and just making them looking good and making sure that your calculations are correct and passing from one spreadsheet to another. Here, everything is there, and I think that's the really, really cool thing. So yeah, that's a demo of HackHQ. Let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me at alex@hackhq.io, and I hope to see you soon, and thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.